World War II aerial gunnery target range, and my apprentice likes talking in the background. But yeah, so we're going to find ourselves some brass, hopefully from the 1940's.
Look, be careful. There's a small puddle coming.
I don't think we're going to be worried about a small puddle in this thing. Finding level ground is going to be the better spot. Anyway, we'll get ourselves set up and talk to you in a minute.
Focus on the road.
We're focusing on the road. Alright, well, we're on site and we're going to break out our GoPros in a bit. And we've got a Minelab F1A4 metal detector, which is an ex-military mine detector. My apprentice here, we're going to get her strapped up with a chest rig on the GoPro.
Oh,
She's got a shovel and bucket.
Oh, and don't forget, I saw someone littering.
We did. We've got to pick up some litter while we're here. Now, off through there is our bunker. We'll show that fairly shortly. And we can tell we're nearby because there's some really tall pine trees poking through here that mark that spot. We're in a pine plantation, obviously, and I've got permission, obviously, to be here, but having been an ex-employee, that's a little bit easier to do. Anyway, we're going to get our gear set up and we'll go and see what we can do. It comes in kit form.
Dad, I fell in this.
My apprentice is enjoying being out and about, I think. Found all sorts of interesting stuff. This is our main boom up here.
Is that the metal detector?
It's part of it, yes.
Ouch.
So we need to
Oh, Dad, if you do the
assemble all of this. Where are we? There we go. It's about right.
Can we start it now?
No, it's not assembled yet. We're going to put fresh batteries in it and everything as well. It's our arm piece. Normally I should have brought a webbing kit because the actual... Yeah, wait a minute. Normally I should have brought my webbing kit because the receiver bit can actually strap into there and it takes a lot of the weight off the unit. Now, I think they used to use like zinc oxide batteries and stuff in these, but they give you a D-cell pack in the modern versions. And
Dad, I discovered something.
I think my apprentice is very excited. It's going to make it hard to get dialogue while we're out here, I think.
Ow!
You get smacked in the face by a pine tree. That's why you don't try and pull those branches off. We've defoliated most of our backyard. And of course, she's raring to go, so we're all hyperactive and impatient at the moment. So let's finish doing these batteries and we'll be right back. Right, so we've got our batteries sorted. I won't be using headset this time because I need to communicate. Yeah, alright, apprentice. Stop talking over the top of me for 2 seconds. Oi, not yet. We talked about that. Alright, here's our receiver section with our battery. Goes on. Or rather, not really receiver, but it's the electronics component of it. Need to attach under here. Goes in this way, and then we rotate our cam around. That should lock in. We attach our coil right here, which is like a mil-spec cam lock connector that I can never get right the first time. There we go.
Up, Dad.
Alright, now we'll sprinkle dirt off my knees. Let's just get this to do a test.
Dad, ready, start?
I'll do a ground balance in a minute. So there's a little bit around, but there's usually chunks of crap everywhere on the road. But that's going to work alright. Alright. We'll do that in a minute. Now, just a fun fact with this metal detector. These are actually designed for finding plastic landmines. And this is a landmine fuse that they give you as a calibration piece. And this is the depth that it would be underground to trigger. So when all you're looking for is that, like, that's pretty scary. But I tell you now, if somebody has let loose with a 12 gauge shotgun shell in the ground, this thing will find every last little tiny pellet. So it's pretty damn good. Anyway, and this is an obsolete model. They use much better ones now. But yeah, this is a Minelab F1A4. You've got all the part numbers and everything that you can still order. And you can interface these with a computer if you're smart enough. But anyway, let's move on.
Dad, I hear sound.
Okay. Alright, we're off.
Alrighty, let's go.
Okay, Apprentice.
You're getting the hurry up now.
Alright, now we've got to walk our way into the bunker, Apprentice.
Yep.
So I think you need to follow me because I know where it is.
Oh, where
Now,
it is.
they replanted all this area
Whoa.
a couple of years back, but it was really easy to find once they'd harvested all the pines.
Everywhere.
There's little spiders everywhere too. It's been very foggy this morning, so you can see all that. And the sock has
Boom.
lumped up under my toe almost immediately after leaving.
Okay.
Oh, black cockatoos have found me. Every time I get in the pine plantations, black cockatoos come and try and drop pine cones on me.
Daddy,
Yep,
help me get that.
you'll just push through, you'll be fine. Okay, I think I see the bunker starting to come through here.
Alright, let's get there.
Now, I think I've got some maps of this somewhere on file, but it used to be our moving target gunnery range where they'd get turrets, so aircraft turrets, and they'd put on little trolleys, and they would have mock planes on a big figure-8 railroad track.
Daddy, I got something stuck.
What got stuck? Ah, found a piece of wire. Yeah, there's lots of that here. No backup. There you go. Oh, you're right. I bumped you in the head with the camera. All right. So, out here, this used to be our moving target gunnery range. Now this is the generator and admin building. There used to be a second floor on the top where they would, or an observation point anyway, where they'd watch the track. It was an electrically driven track, and they had the generator right out the side here. These are some of the conduits for the generator.
See a big pit.
Yep, and these are some of the control lines as well. We'll have a look in here.
Wait, let's go into the
Now there are some photos and stuff down at the museum of this, which I might be able to dig up to put into this. Here's control conduits where they used to have different sections.
Oh, but the bunker got removed.
Oh,
Why did the bunker got built?
Yeah, they closed this a long time ago, Apprentice.
Yeah.
About the 1950s, I think.
Dad, I found metal.
Yeah, that's not the metal we're looking for. Yeah, and here there's bits of...
Metal.
Calm down, Apprentice. I know you're excited. All right, there's sections of railroad tracks still in here. They used to have two loading bays where they'd load up the mock aircraft onto the trolleys. And the track used to shoot out that way. Off over that way, there's one of the friendly fire wall, I call it. They'd put a turret either side and they had a wall to stop friendly fire. There's still bullet holes and projectiles stuck in that.
Oh, look.
But I've been out here quite a bit and I know where most of the brass that we're looking for usually hides out. And we're looking for brass that was produced in a nice little butter zone where Australia decided to resume manufacturing 303 British brass in the Hendon factory in South Australia.
Something grow to mold.
Yeah, prior to that they used to produce it or import it from the USA. Now what's up?
I need to get things down.
Need to get down. You know you can walk around. All right, here we go. All right, now what we want to do is get clear of a lot of this junk.
Dad, wood.
People have dumped rubbish here for a long time, and
Oh, so I squash.
we want to get it clear of all the rubbish. There's bits of clay pipe here, which is part of the old septic system around here. But down here, along this low area, it's usually where we find a lot of spent brass, and occasionally projectiles as well. Now it's been very wet, so it's a bit full of water in some of these places. We might have to pick a different way around here, just for the apprentice's sake.
Dad, that's a big lane.
It's not big. We'll go around.
Yes,
All right.
we should.
There's an open area. We're picking the easy spots because we've got the apprentice with us today.
Daddy,
You right?
I think I saw the other side.
Yep, there is another track on the other side. Somebody's lugged a couch out here.
Dad,
That's
your
cool.
mask.
Hey?
Your mask.
Oh, I dropped a mask, did I? I better pick that up. Leave no trace. Everybody else does out here. No excuse, I know. All right, now.
Dad,
Yep,
I found this.
that's where the handrails used to be. Keep coming, apprentice. We've still got stuff to find.
Oh,
Now,
but Dad,
this used to be a fairly level area. What do you want, apprentice?
do you want to explore the other side of this?
No, I know where we're going. I need your help.
But Dad, wait for me.
I'm not going anywhere. We're right here. This used to be a fairly level area.
Ouch.
Okay, how's your foot feeling now? Is it getting any better?
Not yet.
Okay. Do you want to try standing on it for a minute?
Okay.
See how you go.
That's what I really have trouble.
Right, stand up. Okay, how's that foot feel?
Okay.
You'll be alright?
Alright.
I think it's actually not so bad. If you can move on it like that, I think you'd be alright.
Okay.
Okay, and we have some medicine back at the ambulance if it's real bad. Apprentice had a bit of a fall just there, so we've just had to just check her out and administer a little bit of first aid. But we're pretty well where we want to be. Now, I have been down in this particular patch a little while ago, or actually a couple of years ago now. Since then, they replanted the pines. In COVID years, it's grown quite a bit longer, but they stirred everything up. So I think they will have brought a bit of fresh stuff to the surface. So we're going to turn our metal detector on and we're going to ground balance it. But we're going to check the area first for junk. Wait a minute. So make sure we haven't got any metal here. And we're going to ground balance here. So it'll help us pinpoint the brass. Now let's come around here and see what we can find, hey? I'll bring this down a little bit. Okay, so hop out of the way, apprentice, because your shoes will set this off. All right, there's something right there. So right there, dig there. See what you can find.
Where?
Yep, right there.
I can't lift this.
Yeah, dig right underneath the chunk of grass and peel it up. You'll find it.
Oh, hold on.
I'll look for other stuff while we're here. It sounds like a brass siren. That might be lead, that might be a projectile. It's small. Let's see if it's still in the hole. You might have got it out of the hole. Yep, it's in that.
Oh.
So what we do here, no, that's good. It means you got it out. What we do is we pick up the clump and see if it's in there. No. We'll move around and see if we find it. All right, give us a shovel. Let's have a dig. Have a look here, see what we can find. See if this is, no.
Dad, there's some mold.
Yeah, look out, don't get distracted with, so whatever's deep, whatever's in there is still deep in there.
Alright, keep digging them.
We'll have a look.
Oh, David, what is that big hole?
Okay, let's have a look, find another one. Hey apprentice, you're not a real good helper here. So there's something big in there still. Where is it?
Oh,
I don't think it.
I made that with a seat bucket.
See, I brought you in to dig, but you're not real digging real much.
No.
I think that's a big chunk of something deep in the hole. I think that's probably steel and not what we're after.
Oh yeah.
But we'll keep going.
Put it on in my bucket. What's that?
Yeah,
There's still steel.
it is.
There's no glass.
The metal detector won't pick up glass.
No.
Oh, I'm seeing bits of rusty something in here. That might be what we were looking for. No. Whatever's still in that hole, that's probably not what we're looking for. What we're looking for is stuff that's real close to the surface. So I'm not going to investigate that one. Here's your shovel, apprentice. Let's find an easier one.
I forgot to clean it.
Ah, no, well, it's going to get dirty again soon. Let's dig in, let's check in here. There's obviously a wombat digging its way down in here,
Yeah.
which is good. Back up, apprentice, because your buckles on your shoes set the metal detector off. So,
Okay.
right. Now, wombats have a good habit of digging up stuff. There's a little bit of something in there. I need to get my hand through this strap for a minute. See what we can find.
Go.
There's a little bit of something here, Apprentice.
Yep.
Come over here.
What's this?
There's something in there. Dig there.
Oh.
You found a root, did you? It's alright, dig around that bit.
Oh, look.
Oh, excuse me with my sniffles. It's very humid out here.
I found a hole.
Yeah? That's not the hole we want. Dig here.
Which?
Right here.
Okay.
See if you can find something in there.
Okay. Darn it. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
I found a stone.
Yeah, dig the stone out.
Oh.
I don't think the stone's magnetic. No. We'll find something.
I think you can help me.
No, that's your job. I'm holding the metal detector. Your job's digging.
I think I can't do this while bending.
Well, then kneel down. It doesn't matter if you get your pants dirty. I've got clean ones. Oh, that's... Oh, there's something off to the side here.
Yeah?
Yep. Yeah, what we'll do, we'll put our coil right here. Give us the shovel. I'll show you how to do it. You dig in like this, and you turn over some big chunks of soil, and we see if we move it. And then we go. What we want is still buried in here. Let's keep going. I think I might need to go further down where I know there's probably more of it. So I think we're probably going to come up with junk here. I just wanted to check what was in the stump hole. Oh, that sounds like what we're looking for though. Let's see what we've got.
Dad.
Yeah, let's have a look. See if we've got it out of the hole yet. Yep.
That's not wood, darn it. Alright, Dad, keep digging.
Keep digging. You're the one that's supposed to dig. I'm the one that's detecting.
I think you need...
Yeah, okay, you keep digging that hole.
Okay.
Dig big chunks out at a time.
Oh, but Dad, we need to remove this.
Get the root out. There you go. Keep going. While you're digging that hole, I'll see if I can find anything else nearby.
Dad, this doesn't go too far.
I'm just over here. That one sounds like a really close to the surface one.
Dad, I couldn't find it.
Well, you can dig this one if you want.
You can dig this one.
Hang on, I'm marking a few spots for us to come to.
Make sure not to go too far.
No, it's all right.
And it'll help,
Keep going.
so you know.
I'm working my way along the windrow here.
Dad, this small room.
And they usually plough a lot of stuff up.
I don't want it to block my way.
There's something there.
Food.
Oh. I think there's a few bits along here. All right.
Can you help me?
Let's see if you found anything yet. It's still in the hole there somewhere.
Help me.
Let me see if I can pinpoint it. All right, we're going to take a break for a minute.
Now I need help.
Oh,
My
I've just started recording and I hear black cockatoos over there.
Grab it for me.
Grab you. No, you're my helper. I'm not your helper. Come here. Now, apprentice, let's look around. No, put your bucket there. You're standing in the dirt pile. Get out of the dirt pile. Grab your shovel. Grab your shovel. Grab your shovel. Now, let's check. We dug this hole.
My bucket.
Yeah. They found me.
Oh
I'm glad I got a helmet on because they're going to bombard me. All right, now, apprentice, let's look in this hole. There's nothing in the hole. Here's our dirt pile. What's that thing that rolled out? Grab that and wave it past the coil. That thing right there. Grab that. Pick it up with your hand. Pick it up with your hand. Wave it past the coil. I think that's our piece of metal.
Aha!
What's that? I
It's
don't know what it is.
out there. Put
Okay.
it in the bucket.
Okay. It's
You
heavy.
dropped it.
We'll hold on to it properly. Okay. Let's check out some of the other bits.
Even it's like that.
Okay. Now, there's a really shallow one here. I think these could be some brass. So, why don't you dig right here where I've put a scuff? Okay. Yep.
Do it.
I'll put the coil near where you're digging in case you dig it out. Alright. Let's move over. Let's see if I've got a little bit more here. Oh, your shoes again are going to set it off. Okay. So let's try and get a narrower point. Where is it?
I'll sit instead.
So it's something right. I think it's on this side of the hole. Dig a big chunk out there.
Oh, I need help.
You're the helper. I brought you in because I needed help.
Okay.
Grab that root and rip it out with your hand.
Daddy. Oh.
Grab this root and rip it out with your hand. See? Big long pine tree roots. Okay, keep digging. We'll find something. Okay, well hang on. The buckle in your shoes is going to get in the way. No, too close. Look. See? Well, that's better. Now we can... Yeah, okay, it's still in the hole. Okay, let me show you how I showed you. Grab this. Big hunk. Stab it in like that and grab big chunks out. Because it's only sand. Do it like that. And let's see if we've got it out of the hole yet. No, whatever we're looking for is still in the hole.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dad.
Do this. Did you find something? We'll wave it past the coil, see what it is. No, that's not it. Okay, let's keep going. Alright.
Oh, Dad, I see something.
Oh, that might be what we're looking for. Wave that in front of the coil. Oh, that's exactly what we're looking for.
Put it in
Let's
the
have a look.
bucket.
That is, where's my camera lens here? That is brass, and it looks like 303 British. That's exactly what we're after. It's been fired. And we'll look at the head stamp when we get home. Here you go, put that in your bucket. All right, let's fill that hole back in a bit. And we'll move on to the next one. I reckon that's one there too. That sounds like a brass tone. Come and dig right there. So right here.
Oh, pink. It's nearby.
Yep.
Pink.
So dig right here.
Well, I can wobble.
Yep. Okay. Here you go. Dig right here, apprentice. Here you go.
Oh. Get the lighter there.
Yep.
Wait, what's the
Right there.
Thanks.
Right there. We'll see if you find it. And just pile in front of the coil. Yep. And we'll hear it if you dig it out. Okay, move your bucket out of the way. Then you can get a better go at it. There you go. Dig a big, jab it in, take a big chunk out. Yep. There we go.
Wait, hold on.
Did you find something? Here we go. What you do is you wave it past as you come out. That's why we have a plastic shovel.
Oh, David.
I keep going this way.
I found something in the ground.
Whoop. There you go.
I got it. I can hear it.
No, let's have a look. Let's see if it's still in the hole, huh?
Oh.
Ready?
Look at that. I found this on the ground.
All right. That's a hibernating beetle. That's what that is. So what's in here is still somewhere in the hole. We might have moved it. These usually aren't that deep down. We'll have a look. See how we go. Nope. Well, you're going to move back, Sierra, or you're too close.
Oh, sorry.
Oh. Oh, it's on this end of the hole here. Or have we dug it out?
Oh, David. I see a beetle.
Yep, but we're looking for brass, not beetles. Let's have a look.
What's that beetle that I found?
That's a millipede that you found. Let's see if I can find this one here.
Wow, I'm so lucky.
Well, we're still in the hole. Apprentice needs to help dig a bit more. Not a real good help at the moment. It's all moist and humid out here and my nose is running like a tap. Oh, I think I see something. Now,
It's your coil.
I think it's not in the hole. Here, dig up a shovel of dirt there and wave it past the coil until we find it.
It's a little one.
Yeah, just some of the soil. No, tip it back in the hole. In the hole, not back where you just dug it from. Okay, wave it past. Whoop, you just had it. It was in that.
Oh, sorry.
Wave it past the coil. No. So let's have a look. What do we got? No, we got something in here. Oh, there's something in that handful here. Grab the handful of dirt. Now.
That's another bullet.
Oh, it's a casing anyway. Grab that, wave it past, make sure it's the right one. Okay, what do we got?
Another bullet.
Now that one is cracked along the side. I'm going to almost back it in. That's from Hendon. The late and great Lester Jackson, he said that a lot of them weren't annealed properly at Hendon and they used to blow out and nearly deafen him. So that's another one. You can put that in your bucket.
Okay.
Let's go find another one.
Get the shovel.
I'm going to fill our hole back in along the way so nobody breaks their ankle. And we'll keep working our way along this windrow. It's just too deep.
Dad?
Too much effort. We'll lay some of this moss back down so it grows a bit more normally. Right. Alright, let's go for a wander. Here's your shovel. And we'll go for a wander back and wash our finds.
Okay, but not the earth one.
Okay.
We need to wash the earth one too.
Oh, he'll be alright. Alright, let's go wander back and inspect our finds, will we? We can get some more after lunch.
Ouch. Ouch.
I think there's an easier way out of here. We can go back that way towards the track.
Dad!
You want to go this way? Alright.
And I forgot, we have the other side to explore.
Yeah.
Do you want to explore the other side?
We can explore a little bit. Now these tubes here would have connected to handrails. They would have come out here to observe things. The loading would have been going on in either of these two sides. Actually, what we'll do, we'll go back, we'll inspect our finds, and then we might go out to the friendly fire wall. No, we can climb up and inspect and explore. Let's go up.
Wow,
What do you reckon?
Dad, that's some furniture. That's
Yep.
old.
I think there's been some modern shenanigans up here.
Dad,
they've been-
holes.
They were timbers in the wall. There's been modern people out here
even
shooting at
there's
stuff too.
bolts.
You've got this annoying knack of talking at exactly the same time I do. Alright. Yeah, these are,
Dad, there's even the roof.
see what I mean? These are drill holes. This I think is modern firearm damage. As people come out here and shoot these things up. But there is another wall that's got actual 303 British projectiles in it.
I think the army did shoot it.
No, this one will have been people out here shooting it long after the fact. Because that's
bad
recent.
People.
That's in the last couple of years, I know that one. So yeah, we'll go and find the friendly fire wall, but we'll go back to the ambulance.
Ah!
What?
I got
We'll
the
come back around this way.
Rat.
I need to drag you out more often so you get more experienced with this. You're not lost, come on. We have this thing where if she gets lost, we howl at each other so we can pinpoint where we are. You're picking up pine cones. Trust me, there's lots more of them back at the camp. You don't need to carry all of that with you. We gave her the Cherokee middle name of Little Wolf, Ushtawaya. And she lives up to it when she tries to bring sticks back and all sorts of stuff.
No.
Hey, do you want me to bust that pine cone off for you so you can bring it back?
Yes.
Okay, hang on, ready? We'll do this. And, oh, make sure I gotta put that down. There you go, take that with you. All right, let's go back to base camp, look at what we've got. Then we'll go out to the other wall.
And I'll show my earth one.
Yep,
That I found.
yep. All right, let's take the easy way out. Hey.
And I'm lost.
You're not lost. Okay, let me explain.
Base camp!
Let me show you. Now, you remember the track we came in from when we found the puddle? Well, the puddle is down there. The track runs up along here. And this track runs back to the one we came in on. So if we go to this and walk uphill, we'll find our base camp.
Ow. Ooh. Ouchie.
What's wrong?
Ooh.
Does your foot hurt? Yeah, we'll give it a rest at the base camp.
Yeah.
All right. So, now there's a dam down there and that is full of junk. But there's also loads of brass in that hole as well. I'm just not fancy getting wet today.
Dad, I can't walk.
Look, we're right there.
Okay.
Can you walk to that? All right.
Well, my leg is hurting.
Yeah, we'll give your leg a break as soon as we get to the top of the hill. And we'll get Mummy to bandage it up. And we'll have a bite to eat and some lunch and a rest.
I guess my shoes were on backwards.
No, they look like they're right. Oh no, maybe they are on the wrong way around. I don't know. We'll figure that out when we get there.
Hold on. So when I fold it.
Yep. It's all right. We're nearly there. Nearly there. Oh, somebody's been up here in a motorbike a while ago.
The grasses start to grow here.
Oh, spider webs. All right. We might pick up some rubbish while we're here. There's lots of junk laying around. All right. All right, so it's break time and we've got a bag of leftovers from ration packs. I don't want to open a new one, but we've got some instant mash I think I'm going to do. Boiling vessel's hot. And we've got some condensed milk so I can make a hot chocolate, which I think we've got a jar of hot chocolate down here somewhere. Yes, we do. Cool, make a hot chockey. And we've got a bunch of other goodies, some jam sandwich biscuits, we've got some crackers, some jam, some Vegemite. I'll make good on that. But this stuff, they're in a gusseted bag. I'm gonna open that up. I'm gonna get the pocket knife out because it's a whole lot easier than peeling the top open on these. Go in like that. And they've got a nice little seal on them so that you can seal it back up if you're doing it with cold water, but I'm going to do it with hot. Alright, and we have a measuring cup somewhere.
I think I want another way to drink it.
Now, 1 cup of water. Let's do this. We need a spoon first. Because this happens mega quick when you do it. Right, there's our spoon, there's our bag of stuff, do our cup full of boiling water, and then we pour in the bag, and then we give it a rapid stir.
It's hard. What should I do?
Right,
Maybe you'll have to.
we'll have mashed spud in a minute. Right, it's hot chockey time. Do a couple of these in here. Now this works best with milk, but we don't have liquid milk with this. But we do have condensed milk, which I think I've got an open one already. We might do. Yeah, I've got one already opened. So we'll give ourselves a whole heap of condensed milk in there. All right. Are we good? That one's pretty well done for. Make ourselves our hot chocolate. We're going. Alright, now that one can sit and brew for a bit. Alright. Gonna have a feed and then we'll look at our finds. Alright, let's time to take a closer look at our finds. I really don't know what that is. I'm going to leave that out. And that's a piece of rebar by the looks, but we'll wash up the shells a bit and and a bit of a rinse and see what we've got. Some of these are going to require a bit of extra cleaning. Now we'll rinse, take the initial bit of dirty water out, give it a bit more of a rinse. Do this a couple of times until the water clears up, and then we should have a good look at what we have. Alright, so let's see what we've got here. So this is very clearly a 303 British. Headstamp's going to be hard to see till I get it back and we really have a look. And I've got to take glasses off for this one. Let's have a look here. Alright, so it's a V2 or VII on there, which I think means it's in keeping with the military stuff. I think it's a 43 and it's an MJ, so that's an American one. Let's have a look here. I really can't read this one. This is also clearly 303 British. Can't see at all what's on that, but that looks like the American stuff. It's nice and solid and feels very annealed. The Australian stuff that was made in Hendon in South Australia, that was known as probably one of the worst manufacturing plants, but the Australian government started an initiative to try and manufacture military munitions at home. Not something they do these days. But yeah, you can tell when the head started to crack a bit because they weren't quite annealed properly. This one I'm going to have to really polish up to clean off, but it definitely has the look of an Aussie one with a head stamp of MH from Hendon. This is a VI. This is also clearly 303 British with busted neck. I'm expecting to see an MH head stamp on this. What can we see here? I can't quite see it there. That's a 1940 something. Oh. Okay, hang on. Need to get a workshop rag on this one. That's a 1941. That's probably the earliest one that I've seen out here. And that's an MJ. I can just barely make that out. So I was wrong about the broken neck. Up on that one. What's this one here? Oh, I can't read anything on that head stamp at the moment. And that one, oh yeah, that's probably got the broken neck on it. That actually looks, yeah, that could be a 303 British. It's got about the right head length. This one's another one. This one's quite old and very oxidized. Probably been in a fire by the look of it. Can't read the head stamp at all, but that one I'll probably back it in as an Aussie one, the way that one's exploded. This is not a military cartridge. This looks like almost like a 300 Win Mag or something. That's a modern round. I'll have to look at the head stamp later, but that one's blown out the side. It sees a hole in it. So that almost looks like it's been, looks like it's had a hole punched clean through it. I can see what looks like cordite in there. So I don't know if modern rounds that use cordite, so that'll be interesting. I'll look at that when we get home as well. It's definitely copper jacketed. So yeah, that'll be interesting. We'll check these all out when we get home, but we've still got a bit more to do yet. Alright, I've taken a look at some of the historic inventory here, and we're parked around about here. We went across and down this way and then back along here. So we came along here. This little depression here is part of one of the tracks that used to come around like that. You can see the other bit just along here. That's what we're looking for right there. I'm going to punch the coordinates into my phone and go for a walk. Alright, now I've dug the exact coordinates up into my phone and I'm going to go for a wander and see if I can find it this time. I'm going to walk in along the windrow and then south to the actual point as I need to. It's in driving mode, so it doesn't really know how I'm supposed to get there, but at least it gives me the coordinate and the distance from the coordinate. We can travel much faster without apprentice in tow. I know she's a bit of a pain with this stuff, but as I said, you've all got to learn somewhere, so probably our first time actually hiking through the scrub. With MS, I don't get the opportunity to do this all that much. It's just nice and cold right now, and I've got the mobility. I'm going to use it while I've got it, because I can guarantee you I'm going to be useless for the next week. Probably going to take me that long to edit all this footage together and bleep out all the sniffles and all the times I reprimanded my apprentice. Oh. Okay, so that's where I went last time. I don't know what it's going on about. So this is pretty much the way we did it last time. We come up to this piece and then we're directly above it. A little bit further along. I think they've actually busted it up and got rid of it. Yep, all this stuff here is what's left of the old rubbish pit. Last time I dug up stuff, which was a number of years ago, found an old tin of corned beef, also known as bully beef. Now, what's this look like? That could be wombat, but that looks more like wallaby or kangaroo jaw. Interesting. So we pretty well head south from here. Yeah, pretty well head south. Yep, this is some of the gravel. This is to be the entry road, or what's left of the foundation gravel from the entry road. You can see it intersecting along there, which is pretty close. That should come up behind the wall, or at least what's left of it. I really think they've got rid of the wall. Yep. And there's tail drag marks here, so there's been wallabies and wombats frequenting through here. The wombats would be really upset if... Now I'm actually getting off skew a bit. Maybe that's why I'm running at a slight tangent. So maybe we didn't find it. Now, I hear a vehicle coming down that track. I know they're exiting out. They're not coming past where the wife and child is, although they'll explain what we're here doing. We're not doing anything we shouldn't be. Well, I'm almost level with it on the east-west line. So if we get down about here, we should be able to approach from the rear. See how we go. Yep, this is about level with it. This is where we're starting to see bits of broken concrete being ploughed up. I think they might have dug it up because it was in the way of there. Yeah, this is pretty well level with it. Right, I need to water the trees. The reasons I wear a helmet out here, I don't know if you can hear it, is black cockatoos. They find me every time I'm out here and they bombard me with pine cones. Where are you bastards? I don't know if they're red or yellowtail ones. The yellows are pretty rare. The yellows. If I sit still, they might not find me. But yeah, I'm wearing an old Bizzleoy helmet. Yeah, they're going back over the bunker where I was before, and they're circled over the top of the camp. Alright, back to tree watering. Right, so now, pretty sure if I head east from here, I should come right across it. And this is more or less where we were before. So yeah, head east along the windrow. I've got a pretty good innate sense for where my cardinal directions are. And it's one of the things I did do reasonably well in the short time I spent in the reserves, was navigating. In actual fact, they used to give me tricky things, like they'd give me coordinates on a map, and we're using MGRS, Military Grid Reference System. Now, fun fact, oh, there's our wombat hole. Fun fact with military grid referencing, if you don't have the map number and you've just got the grid references, oh, excuse me, you've just got the grid reference numbers, it could be anywhere in the world. But fun fact, a standard off-the-shelf handheld Garmin GPS also does MGRS. So if you punch all those numbers in with a random, you pick a map reference number out off the top of your head, when you get close to the site within, say, probably 20 k's or so, you know that a waypoint you make will have the same map code as all the other ones. So while I'm sitting in the back of a 6-wheel drive Land Rover with 8 seats, in the back of that, I could update all my map references on my handheld GPS and know exactly where all our points were, which was handy for when they made me the enemy. Waiting for my GPS to update. Well, we'll just walk straight past that. Ha! Ha ha! Alright. We did, before, my apprentice and I, we walked within about 20 meters of this and didn't see it. Part of the reason for that is that the concrete foundation that's underneath here, they've ploughed dirt up over the top of it. That used to be some of the best ways I could find it. Yep, now there's bullet holes all through this. Some of these are modern, but most of them are old. One of the indicators of that is back when it was being maintained, you can see they'd shot holes in it and then they'd concreted it back up. And then there's more holes after the fact. And there are actually lead projectiles in those holes. In fact, I'll get a couple of photos for you while I'm here, and I'll try and put them up. Let's see if I can get zoom in the holes. Yeah, I'll put a couple of those photos up for you. But yeah, now this line along here, when you had the turrets on a trolley, you'd have one either side of this wall. The track section runs out across here and up in a big figure 8, so that you've got 2 different ranges and 2 different approaches you can use in different variations. And they'd actually put a plane on the carriage. I'll try and dig up appropriate pictures and work them in here somewhere. I might even have to actually go to the museum specifically and pull those photos, or take photos of them or scans or something. I don't know how I'm going to do it. But anyway, they'd have a mock plane on a carriage running around a railroad track, and you'd fire out in this direction with your turret. You go out that way. If you got target fixation and you tracked along this way and your buddy's over there, you'd go bang, 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 bang. So to avoid blowing up your buddy's head, they had this wall here to stop friendly fire. And yeah, it happened so frequently that they'd end up having to concrete this to restabilize the wall so it didn't fall over. But a lot of these are the 303 British rounds that are in here. And yeah, there's lead still in there of all the holes. Let's go around the other side and have a look. We can have a look here. But if you want actual pictures, historic pictures, you can visit the Gippsland Armed Forces Museum, and you can actually see the photos on the wall down there and a lot of the relics from this local area. Yeah, you see, same deal along here. They've had to, it's a very specific height. It's exactly the same height on this side. Now, keep in mind there's about probably a foot of dirt under me, so that's about in height, in line with the guns. I think they were Brownings. I will probably be wrong about that, but I'm going to do my homework a little bit more on that. But you can see it's all the same sort of aggregate, and this was poured in multiple layers. You can see the boards they used to make the mold on here. It was done very quick and very fast because they needed, this was done midway through the wartime, World War II. They needed it to be cast very quickly. But yeah, I'm going to get a couple of up-to-date photos here. Now that I've got the S21, this will make actually decent photos that we can put on the wall in the museum. And they also geo-reference or geotag these photos so that I can use them in the future. Gives me a good field of view. I like being able to switch lenses on this thing. Well, I'm glad I found that. I was a bit worried that they'd blown it up. But what we have found is some of the foundations of one of the other buildings, which there are photos of. Alright, that should be enough. I found that. Now I think I'll go back over to the other bunker, take a few photos because I want to post them online. Yeah, and then we'll call it quits. Right, so I'm going to head back, following the wombat trail through here. Now the wombats through here have this interesting knack of heading mostly north-south. So they can occasionally lead you astray, but I do find that wombats have this knack for going up and downhill. They don't tend to track sideways across a hill. So if there weren't windrows, that's a bit of a cheap way of finding your way out. The sun is getting low in the sky, so it means my photography options are going to get limited. Now, if I'm right, and my innate sense of direction is right, without looking at the GPS, I should pop out just on the other side of the track of the bunker here. Here we go. Yep. Here we go. Bunker through here. Base camp up there. I still got my bearings about me. And my legs are giving me the tingle warning that it's probably time to call it quits very soon. See if we get a nice overall shot. Alright. Try and get as much detail of this as I can. I've been taking photos of this for years, but now I've got real decent photos. They're actually worth taking. Now, oh, no, there we go. There's a couple of reference shots, bits of old TV screen there. Alright. Oh, back the other way. Here we go. Get a couple on the inside and then we'll be done. I do like to make record of this stuff because you hear all these rumours and stories and stuff. Like the bloke we just lost at the museum. He had loads of stories. But you often couldn't verify a lot of them. So I'm on a bit of a mission to do some of that. He was the bloke that actually dug up the maps of here for me. Alright, this is probably going to be a massively long episode, but some of you guys don't seem to mind that. Alright. Cool bananas. Alright. I think I need to listen to my body. Starting to get random numbness, particularly in the right leg, as that's my leading leg. My ability to walk and drive is going to be a problem. That's also why we walk back up. If I can't drive, the missus can. We'll get ourselves home. Alright, so we're probably going to wrap this episode up somewhere about here. And hopefully you found it interesting. And black cockatoos are back, I can hear them in the distance. So yeah, I think it's time to pack up before I get bombarded again. And we'll be heading home. And see you in the next one. Hopefully there'll be something else interesting. Alright, a bit of bonus content at the end of this video. I'm going to have a look at our finds up close. Now, I managed to get a few of these on the rag wheel. A little bit of polishing compound and give them a clean up. So let's see. Now this looks like a piece of actual link that's been fused onto it because it's rusted over the years. Now I did this with an iron oxide compound, and hold up one moment. Okay, I had to cut for a moment. Dramas happen every time I push the record button. Anyway, we used a bit of iron oxide and wax buffing compound here. So we're just going to put a bit of alcohol on this and try and just wipe the rest of that compound out of here if I can get it out. And see if we can make sense of the head stamps. Where is a toothbrush? Right there. Okay. With alcohol here and a bit of a scrub. See if we can get some life out of this. Let's take a look here and see what we have. So that looks like MH, so that's a military factory in Hendon, South Australia, and it is 1940 something. 1941 or 1947 sounds more like it. Give me a moment. Alright, I've been busy with the nail file and I've had a look at a few of these. Okay, firstly, this mystery thing that I thought was a modern round, it's not so modern after all, especially if you look at it next to a 303 British. They are pretty much identical. Turns out that the lip has been machined off that or cut off very crudely, and we can see the base of this, and I'm going to look around the camera here. This one was an MG, which I can't remember that head stamp, but I think that's still one of the American factories, and it looks like 1941, but it could be a 47, although I think 47 would be a bit late to be seeing American stuff. But it looks like it's been drilled through and this has been jammed in there too far. I think that was a misaligned. It might have jammed in there, and what they've done to try and get this out of the receiver has been to like machine that off and push it all the way through. And this might have been a hole drilled through here to try and extract it. But we'll pull a projectile out of that in a minute. Okay, now this next one, I'm going to look over the camera here. This one is, what's our head stamp? This one I think was an MW. Let me have a look around the side here. I think this is an MW, which I also, another head stamp I don't recognize. But this one looks like it's 1941. Definitely not a 7, so that could be on the earliest ones I found. But they might have been shooting like old surplus ammo out there by the time this one came out. Let's have a look at this other one. This is an MJ. This is definitely an American one. This is 1943. We have this one here is, what do we got? This is another MW, and it's a 44. They don't put the whole 19 on here, they just put 44. This one with the link still attached. They would have used them linked as far as I know. This is an MH, so this is a Hendon, it's an Aussie one. This is 1947, I think, or a 41. I can't tell from the top of that. What have we got here? This one, could not tell at all what was going on with that one. This one here is an MG or an MJ. I think it's an MJ. I don't think it's an MO. I think it's an MJ from 1944, which would, 44 would be in keeping if it was an MJ head stamp. So we've got a few of these here, but this one's interesting. I'm going to see if I can rip that projectile out. And I've taken some good photos of it as is, but I want to see if there's cordite left in there. So let's have a look at that. All right, we're going to go to zoom for this. Managed to crack the seal on this, so we should be able to pull this out a little bit. Oh yeah, the neck's really cracked. So that's a whole projectile in there, complete with its lip, never been fired. Looks like it might have been a tracer round too. Alright, let's take a look at this side of things and see what we can get out of here. Oh, could be interesting to see if we can actually extract much from here. I see a bit of colour coming out of it. Could be promising. Let's see what we get here. So there's a bit of wood in there. This might have been somebody's idea of a joke, or engineered to create a stoppage, so that, like, for training episodes, I can imagine a smart ass sergeant coming along and shoving this inside the link just to stop the it from firing, and see how they dealt with it, and shaving the rim off so that it gets stuck in there good and proper, and pushing this in so it doesn't feed properly. This looks like it's been set up to purposefully generate a stoppage. I can see without the lip on there, it's going to make extraction pretty well impossible. The hole in the side would make it easy to identify, I guess, with the lack of lip, but that looks like it's been cleanly drilled. The wood in there says it's probably in there to stop this at a set depth, and so forcing that in there would mean that it wouldn't feed properly. It might miss a line. That'd be a good training aid to deal with stoppages in the field, I guess. But yeah, that's very deliberately done. But yeah, that's probably the most intact projectile I've ever had out of all this too, so that's nifty to have. I can probably make up a very authentic piece together of one of the better jackets that I've got here and give you some idea of what we're looking at. But anyway, alright, so all up, some interesting finds, pretty well close to what we were after. The other stuff was a piece of rebar and a piece of tube. It was just heavily rusted, so not of any real historical value to us. But anyway, this is interesting. There's loads and loads more stuff out there like that. I'm going to find a big collection of it at some point. But yeah, interesting stuff nonetheless. Anyway, we'll see you later. I hope you had fun. I'm going to go wash my hands. See you later. We'll be back with more interesting stuff.